Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of the Lodge at Endsmeet. Now, I have some bad news for all of our loyal listeners, of which I'm sure there's about 6. Unfortunately, Dooch has had to step away, and so we will no longer have a player for Artie, our illustrious
How
and...
dare he?
I know. Our illustrious and brilliant elementalist wizard who once was an artificer and is now gone. So Artie is still here, but he's going to be departing the party today. So this is also me telling everyone to please let Artie go.
Hey.
Don't make this hard.
I cannot.
Like, no, Artie, stay. We can figure this out.
Kidnapping him.
Please.
He's going in a bag.
Oh, God.
He's taking all his. Is he taking all his stuff with him too?
Most of it. He's gonna depart with some of the magic items that might be more useful to the party. But like he's taking Nibbler, his
I already
mimic.
asked.
He's taking the stuff that is
Barry.
Yes, he's taking Barry. I'm sorry, you cannot have the giant ferret. It is what it is. That being said, we need to get a recap. And Emily, I believe you volunteered, so by all means, take it away. What happened last time?
We are in a little bit of a downtime session here in Crosshatch. And we did a whole bunch of primarily shopping. The session ended with last session before this ended with Quill being mystified about she just had her first shopping experience with Artie, and he paid full price for everything and also deeply antagonized the store owner, which is not the way that Quill likes to shop. And we explained that Artie is like basically an inverse dragon, and he likes to like distribute shiny things and pay for a bunch of people's stuff. Velen reflects on how in every other group she's been in, like people don't just freely give each other money, and that's kind of cool. We deliver our package to Lady Tenendray at the Ablewood Apothecary on behalf of Slight, and we find out that she's a dryad from the Feywild. She tells us a little bit more about that quest from the Daily Cry. She needs some elemental cores and some that we can get from the planes, and some pyrice, which is basically like condensed magic that you can get on the plane of magic. We don't really have a lot of time for side quests right now, but we kind of like take it under advisement for the future. We also got like just a ton of ingredients for spell components. We got a whole bunch of diamonds for Revivify. We got a bunch of incense for legend lore and some incense and some ivory for legend lore. Tess got some spell components for new spells. Velen kind of re-upped on some oil of slipperiness, so we have some bard lube. And then somebody got like a cool, I wasn't paying enough attention to this and didn't write down what was cool about the arrowhead that I think Velen picked up, but I think it's like this neat like electricity.
It's the Magna Carta arrowhead.
No.
Yeah. And so we bought a whole bunch of stuff, and then also Tess got her boots enchanted, which became clear are actually her dad's boots that she has been wearing this whole time, to cast Pass Without a Trace as kind of like an honor for the, she started this game as a trickster cleric. And so she's getting her boots enchanted with Pass Without a Trace. And Quill, she was like, Quill once again watches the group like pay for a bunch of stuff without haggling and is like, I think I have a role that I can play in this group, which is to teach you guys to haggle. And she gives Velen a couple of tips before Velen goes into Wexley's to buy some armor. For example, do not go in and immediately go to the thing that you want and tell the shopkeeper that that thing is cool, and then not haggle over it. And so Velen puts these steps into practice and kind of like hears out a bunch of dragon scale armor and stuff like that, and ends up with some, I think it's called molten half plate, that's like pour over plate basically that she can wear under her clothes and gives her a bunch of freedom of movement and not disadvantage on stealth and resistance to fire damage, which is rad. Especially paired with that cloak that gives her resistance to cold damage. She now has resistance to 3 kinds of damage, I think.
Extremes of temperature.
Extremes of temperature and also necrosis, I think, or something like that.
Just add more shit.
Just ask more shit. Quill then overhears a conversation between some young mercenaries in town talking about an adventure in a cave to the northwest of Crosshatch near, I think it was called Death's Hollow. And something monstrous is in that cave, but also something valuable related to divination, maybe a potion of truths, which got Claudia thinking that maybe this could be a good tip-off for Tess's quest, because we're kind of in this limbo state where, like, we know from the divine vision that, like, a cleric of Tindra is going to die, and we know that we're looking for this guy that put this contract out on some other cleric, presumably this Tindra person. But we don't know who we're looking for. And so Claudia was like, we could maybe find something about a potion of truth. And so Claudia like zips over to Lady Tinadres again to ask about potions of truth and finds out that there's not just one kind, there are several kinds. But the kind that could help us is called the potion of Sphinx's truth. That basically gives us a divine answer to any question. She got really focused on that. Tess wasn't as sure about it. But Claudia was like, you could commune to ask what kind of potion it is. Quill kind of apologized and mentioned that she used to be in like information gathering in her old job, which like Tess filed away. Tess also finds out that there are various temples spread around, including a temple to Tindra. And Tess said that she wanted to like go there to follow up on her vision, and she doesn't think that there's going to be anyone necessarily related there, but maybe someone will know somebody. And then she also asked Tinadre, if you were going to eat your last meal, where would you eat? And she was like, that's a weird way to phrase that question, but I would go to the Velvet Meridian because they do excellent honey lemons. So we were on our way there when we had a weird encounter with a gray-skinned elf woman named Rekna, and she smelled like dust and a room that hadn't been occupied for years, and like loneliness and rain, so very goth. And she said that her name was Lycansbane and asked if Claudia sings for the wilds or the moon, and Claudia seemed kind of like uncertain about her answer. And it was like kind of unclear like why she was asking the question, and so she kind of tried to press Lycansbane, and Lycansbane was very cryptic. And eventually Claudia was like, the wilds, the wilds. But because she was kind of asking for group consensus, Lycansbane wasn't totally sure if she was taking the question seriously. And then she just kind of glanced at Velen and said, good luck. So that's an interesting, I think Lycansbane is the cursed sword that Velen ended up with. So fascinating, to say the least. We go to the Velvet Meridian and we do get the honey lemons, which is like the special. And while we do that, we play What the Fuck Is Up With That with a bottle of Mystic Dew that Nyx recommended to us, which is 80 fucking gold a bottle for wine, but it was really good. It was like 4,000-year-old wine. So we proceeded to get drunk and merry. We had a round of What the Fuck Is Up With That, wherein Velen asked Claudia if she was going to marry that wolf boy, and instead of answering, Claudia went red and like drank a whole bunch of wine. Quill asked Tess what the fuck is up with Nyx following them around, and Tess basically filled her in on like, well, I got ghouled by our former party member, and then that former party member, like 20 minutes later, immediately got sentenced to death. So she has a choice to make tonight about whether to be a vampire. Velen asked Quill what the fuck is up with her hanging out with us in the first place because we were so weird, and Quill said that she'd been with a different group of people that had a kind of a different moral compass, not as good of a moral compass as ours. Plus there's like also a war, and it's kind of unclear if she took a drink or not, or if she was lying to us, but Tess, with her insight check, like thought that she was probably telling the truth. Quill asked Velen what the fuck is up with that gray lady, and asked Claudia questions, and Velen is like, I don't totally know, man, but I will let you know when I find out, and like drank because she couldn't all the way tell the truth. And then Velen asked Cliff what the fuck was up with him being so nice, and Cliff was just like, there's enough sadness in the world and I don't need to bring any more into it, and that was very sweet. Everyone remember that we have the following effects from eating the roasted honey lemons: advantage on strength saves, we cannot be frightened, and our max HP increases by 15. That was kind of like good to get us talking, and so between rounds of What the Fuck Is Up With That, Tess pressed Quill a little bit more about like the organization that she was with, and though Quill doesn't really give us an answer to what organization that was, she said that she grew up in a situation where she thought like she was told like this thing is right and this thing is wrong, and then she had some experience that kind of shook her and made her realize like, wait, I think I've been lied to. And that made her basically go away from everybody that she loved and trusted and cared about, and literally cross into a war zone. So we don't know exactly what was happening, but it certainly was not good. Velen tells Tess that everyone will still have her back even if she decides to be a vampire, and Tess is like, so actually I didn't know that because no one would answer my question about it and no one wanted to decide for me, but also like I don't know if I would have like a person to feed on in case we didn't find anyone else that was like a person that I could eat. And that's not great. And I wasn't sure that that was okay. And Velen was like, so I admit it was disturbing when Seeker fed on me that one time. But if it were between you not staying alive and you having to eat my blood, like I promise that you wouldn't die. Tess talks about how like the choice didn't all the way feel like hers because it felt like it affected the rest of the group so much, but also like she is choosing whether or not she wants to die. And it felt kind of weird that no one else wanted to really weigh in on that. And Velen was like, I find it really upsetting when you put it like that you're going to die, but also I don't want to stymie your power if that's what you just decide to do. And part of being a divine instrument is about not impeding other people's choices. Tess asked Claudia point blank if Claudia would be afraid of her if Tess were a vampire, and Claudia said no because she's known some vampires that are really cool and hot, actually, such as Liam, and there was general agreement in the group that Liam is extremely hot. Claudia then asked if Cliff would get another eye instead of Larry, and Cliff said no, and Tess tells Claudia that her eye is not less creepy than Cliff's because it is literally made of nightmares. Velen asked Cliff if he wanted a hug. He said yes. Cliff gives great hugs. Tess asked if Quill if asked like why Quill is taking notes on us and like if it's for somebody else because she's working. She said that she was like self-employed and maybe like that implies that she was working for someone. And Quill clarified that like no, I'm not working for anyone. It just means that I'm taking care of myself. And Tess was like, oh, self-employed to me means you're kind of being a little bit of a con artist because that's what I grew up with. And then we talked about kind of our definitions of work, which was interesting. Velen was like, it was gauche to work where I grew up because of nobility. And that led to Tess asking Cliff about his employment before he was a stage fighter. And we find out that he used to work in the mines and that his stage name when he was a stage fighter was Drop Off. And he had these like pants that said like Drop Off down the sides. And that he's like, still taking a sabbatical so he can square off one-to-one with those people that can like crush mountains and what did he say? Crush boulders or something like that. He crush a building. That's what he said. Tess asked Velen about playing the bagpipes, and Velen was like, "Hey, the bagpipes are a war instrument, and they inspire like fear and like inspire attention, but you can't play them all the time." And then we ate delicious frozen cream, and Velen said, "This is so good that I almost want to tell my brother," and brushed off Tess's drunken offering for sending, but Tess will remember that. At Claudia's urging, Tess drunkenly did cast commune by melting ice cream into some clava. Very good idea on the part of Velen. And asked is about the rumored potion if it was a potion of Sphinx's truth, which the answer was no. And we asked, can we make a potion of Sphinx's truth with a wish? The answer is yes. But Velen kind of clarified that it's a little bit more complicated than that. And then Tess didn't really have a third question, and so she just asked if Jamino was proud of her, and Jamino said yes, which is the most important question to Tess. We kind of ended the session sort of discussing whether or not we should wish for a potion of Sphinx's truth, or if it was too dangerous to wish for knowledge. And we ended the session drunk and happy.
Okay, yeah, well done. That is a very thorough recap, and we will resume. You guys are still at the Velvet Meridian, I believe, though it is getting later in the evening. What do you guys do?
I think Claudia's gonna look at Tess and she's gonna say, and she's a little tipsy. So, when do you have to make your decision?
Sometime tonight. I'll ask Nyx about a particular time, but I suspect I might have time to go to this dance party and maybe visit the Temple of Tindra before I have to make my decision.
You have until dawn tomorrow morning.
I have until dawn tomorrow morning. Thanks, Nyx.
My question still stands. Do you know what you're gonna do?
I'm gonna go to this dance party, Claudia.
I get it. Okay.
As you all are like preparing to leave, Artie perks up and he says, "Hey, so I've been thinking about this and I need to lay it out there. So Riggs is currently on an airship above KO, and I have teleport. And I don't know where the teleport goes, but I know it's north. So, I'm going to teleport. I'm going to see if I can find him. Now, I know
Gotta
you
get to
guys...
him.
I got to get to
You
him
gotta
ASAP.
get to him. You gotta get to him before he falls off that airship or gets
Or
discovered.
blows up. Because isn't there a bomb?
I remember that being a concern.
Yep.
Or was it
yep.
a reverse bomb? I can't remember.
It's a
Really,
dangerous
any
thing.
number of
Remember
bad,
that.
really any number of bad things could happen to Riggs.
It's
It's
explosive.
probably going to make it more likely to blow up.
So anyway, I just want to say, I love you guys. But I got to do this.
That's fair.
We love you
Ah.
too, Artie.
Love
He's
you
your
too,
brother.
Artie.
He is. I grew up with the guy. Before I go, and he like opens up his bag, and he puts the key, the planar key,
The planar
on the
key.
table. He puts
He's
the
writing
wand
this
of
down.
magic missiles, and he puts the communicrystal on the table. I leave these with you guys. If you need me, I still got the ring of teleportation, so I'll just send it to you, and you can send word if you got the time.
Hugs. Big
Group
hug,
hug.
for Artie. Yes.
Group hug.
Group
Pile.
hug. We all get a little bit zapped, and that's fine.
That's true.
All of our hair stands on end a little bit.
You all look a little bit more like Artie with static hair
Yeah.
as soon as you finish. And then
Velen's gonna sing that ballad, right? You're gonna sing Artie's ballad in the town.
Sure, I can sing his ballad.
you don't have to do that. And he basically gives you all a very heartfelt goodbye, and you watch as Artie Guttersnipe leaves the Velvet Meridian in a hurry. Now, if there are other particulars as to what Artie has on his person that needs to go with you guys, we'll handle that in the future. Say that he left it with you now. But those are the ones that I think jump to mind as the most pressing. And so, Dooch, we hope one day you will return, but for now, adios. You guys, after saying goodbye to Artie, you're still drunk.
Tipsy.
Some of you are drunk.
I'm going to start taking Clava because I have to win that dance competition.
Okay, noted.
Sober up.
And so, I assume you guys leave the cafe, this fine restaurant.
Yeah.
Claudia, do you actually want to be sobered up?
Yeah? Can you do that?
Yeah. Come here.
Okay.
Do a lesser resto with my lay on hands.
Whoa. Is that
Okay.
a paladin thing?
It sure is.
That's so
Courtesy of
cool.
Dawes, who I'm
Thanks,
sure
Dawes.
has never needed to quickly sober up in his existence.
There is no response. That you do
doesn't-
feel judged.
He doesn't really seem like the type to fuck around.
Maybe he's grown out of it.
As you guys leave the Velvet Meridian, you make your way out into the streets of Crosshatch. And based on the position of the suns, you believe it is likely about 6:37 in the evening. And you know the dance competition was slated to start at 9. So you have time to get there, but you should probably get moving.
Yeah.
I do need someone to roll me a D8. Someone that isn't me.
D8.
Yes.
I think Sal's doing it.
Yeah.
The game still paused for me, Echo. Is that intentional?
Is it still paused?
No.
Okay.
That's an 8.
Ooh,
That
an
is an 8.
Hell yeah.
Someone roll me a
Real
D100.
good or real bad?
I got it,
Yes.
I got it, I got it, I got it, I got
Never mind. Go ahead, Emily.
it. 35.
35. Okay. Okay. as you guys, okay, so as you are making your way back toward the city center, you find yourselves navigating the narrow streets that are kind of winding towards where the Velvet Meridian was, and it's not exactly a main road. There's a big crowd approaching city center, likely because of the dance competition or whatever's going on. The Compass Rose Annual Dance Festival is a thing, and there are posters for it all over the place. As you're making your way towards it, you are forced to take like some side streets. And as you do, you suddenly hear, "Oh, you all appear to be adventurers. Are you adventurers?"
Who's asking?
I am Roldo Binglehand, and you've stumbled across my own caravan of wares. And you see that he is standing in front of a cart that says, "The Adventurer's Companions, Intriguing and Unusual Magical Creatures for the Distinguishing Explorer."
Oh no!
Oh no. No. We can't.
Well,
we
we
cannot
could look.
We can't get creatures. No creatures. We
there's
have so
no
many,
reason
Claudia. We
we
have
can't
so many
look.
pets.
I
We have so many.
promise
Little
I
Belle could
won't buy-
eat these things.
I won't buy anything.
Do you look at it?
I just gotta look.
Okay.
Cliff's also got to look.
There's
This
no way that
is-
we don't look at it.
This is what it looks like.
Just like rubbing her temples.
This
Okay,
is
it's
what
up
you
here.
find.
Well, look at this little spider.
Okay.
Goodness.
Larry can have
So-
a friend. You want me to
I
take
thought
my
you
back-
didn't like spiders, Claudia.
I like spiders. I don't like them when they're in people's skulls.
I happen to have, for your purposes of purchasing, a variety of small creatures that have been adapted from common monsters. How often have you heard the terrible stories of a gelatinous cube or a massive mimic surprising adventurers and doing away with their very lives?
Yeah.
I've
Right.
definitely heard a few stories.
You have
I
a
so
mimic
have-
named.
I do.
Man, Artie would love this. Nibbler, he could have a friend.
We
for
should
Nib-
buy him one for when
No.
he comes back.
No.
You
We
can't
have all
smuggle 2 mimics onto a airship.
The illustrious professionals at the Wildwood Farms has managed to breed all sorts of smaller versions of monstrosities and aberrations that you might be able to bring with you on your adventures, and they are, in most cases, perfectly docile and harmless.
In most cases.
Well, I mean, there are
Wildwood.
exceptions.
It's like a sign because we're the wild hearts. And
Of
he's
course,
in the wild wood.
exactly. Exactly.
Oh, Claudia.
So, like, what are we talking about here?
Well, and he, like, reaches behind the counter and he plucks what looks like a D6. It's like a tiny little blue translucent D6. And he says, "Here, hold out your hand."
She eagerly does, without
He-
question.
Plops this jiggly little gelatinous cube, and you see it has a little like eyes that look up at you, and you just hear.
Oh my god.
This is what that
it
looks
doesn't
like.
hurt. It
No,
doesn't hurt.
It
It's
doesn't hurt at all.
not acidic.
It looks. It feels a little damp.
Oh my god.
That's one of
What
our.
does it do?
He likes you. He doesn't do much. He can
I like
clean
him.
things. If you don't pay attention to him, he might start cleaning things you don't want him to clean, like the edges of your parchment or, your lunch.
He's
But-
an eraser?
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yes. If you'd like, and he pulls out like a little pamphlet. Would you like to read up on him?
Yes.
And so when you say yes, he pulls out this sheet of parchment and he hands it to you.
As she takes it, she looks at Tess and says, "You know, I've been studying. It'd be really useful to have something to erase my mistakes."
Claudia.
This
I
is the
thought
pamphlet that you were handed.
It's your
Yes.
money. You can do what you want with it.
It cleans things.
There's
Does
also
it come in different
pretty-
colors?
he does,
pretty
yes.
Incredible pamphlet. I love this.
There's also, we
look at
happen to
this
have
shit.
lantern gazers, we have sulk spiders, we have clinging mimics, as I said, and we have coffin moths.
What is a coffin,
Coffin
moth?
moth?
He carefully, he reaches up to a small little cage, and he pulls, and you see there is this. It's almost like gothic in its colors. A black and white moth is resting inside of it, and as he pulls it down, he like takes the little. He sees how attached you are to the cube, and he like, all right, you hold on to him, and then he pulls out this cage and he sets it on the counter in front of you, and you see there is a beautiful black moth with like white skulls on its wings.
These are, well, some people think they're omens of death, but actually they are attracted to those who are in mourning. So they're seen as comforts for those that actually understand them. They are harmless. They are friendly. They don't like being chased. So if you see one in the wild, leave it be, and if it likes you, it'll just follow you about. And there's, and he pulls like another one out that has like a slight glow to blue wings, and he says, these are often, used by those grave keepers, crypt keepers, the sorts that have to tend to things in the night that are, maybe a little more morose or sad about their hours, and so they happen to have coffin moths that keep them company, and you've seen them about, I'm sure. And I've got a pamphlet for them as well. And he pulls the pamphlet for the coffin moth.
They're so cute, Echo.
These are great.
I love him.
Little skull wings.
How much would, just hypothetically, one of each? Just hypothetical.
Each
I'm not
one
telling
is
anything, not committing.
25 gold apiece for each one.
How many different varieties of things do you have?
Uh,
And do you sell
well,
cages?
I have the whole card.
There are more varietals of some more than others. Like, I only have a few of the coffin moths, but, I have... And he, like, lifts up a little tray, and you see, like, purple and pink and blue and white gelatinous pocket cubes just, like looking up out of the little drawer at you.
Oh my god.
some of them are easier to care for than others. You have a spider in your face. Would you be interested in a companion?
Oh my god.
That would be up to them. And he points to Larry.
Oh, you're
But
Larry the spider.
But I'd love to see him.
Yeah, we could, what is your spider like?
They're called sock spiders. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Sock or silk?
Sock spiders.
Do they have socks?
They can, well, I mean, they're a little fluffy, but they like to steal your socks when they get the chance. They make nests out of wool and linens that you leave about. Hang on, and I'll just pull that sheet as well. He
Claudia has dutifully taken a pamphlet every time it's offered to her.
That is the cutest fucking spider.
And as
Look at that shit.
he sets a wooden
How
cage.
dare you make
Very
different
adorable.
kinds? It's like Pokemon, I have to have them all.
I would bring Larry close to it so that way Larry can like appraise and choose if
Judge.
Larry would like a companion.
Oh, that's adorable.
Roll me a d4.
Sure.
How's this gonna go? Oh my god, they're all D20 sized, Echo.
Yeah, they're all about an inch in size.
Like, oh, they're all so little.
They form strong bonds with blankets.
My God.
Me too.
Can I have a favorite blanket?
You rolled a 2. Okay. So Larry appraises the sock spider, and the sock spider in the cage has like a little, it looks like a piece of ribbon, and it is like trying to wind it around itself. And when Larry looks at it, we've never really established how Larry and you interact.
They do little
it's
fist
very,
bumps.
very much. That is a companion that Cliff has had for 20 years now. And
Yeah, I'm
has
sure
been
there's
his
a-
only friend.
I'm sure there's like a method of communication.
Oh yeah, I speak to Larry, and Larry typically either signs to me or
my God.
just if she has the energy, speaks to me.
Larry's a girl. Okay. I've been
Larry's the
deceived.
girl.
I was keeping that one under wraps.
All right. Well, I think with a 2, Larry appraises the sock spider. You get the impression from Larry's like tapping that this sock spider is likely young and dumb, and Larry is a little concerned for their decision making.
Oh.
Do you think you could help the little one?
Mentor spider.
You
Mentor
want
spider.
okay, so here's the question that Larry poses to you. Do you want a sock spider in your head?
No.
Roommates.
Then it's up to you to take care of it.
Okay. I think getting that message, Cliff would be like, I'd probably lean more towards the cube personally.
The pocket cubes are quite popular. They have, quite a few uses, also in the fact that they are endlessly friendly and they are enthusiastic in being involved in whatever it is that you're doing. Speaking of which, the gazers also really quite like to be involved in whatever it is you're doing. You all adventuring types, hang on. You see this? And he points up at the little floating eye that's been watching you the whole time. It looks like a tiny beholder.
I say, is this a fucking beholder echo? We're all going to be traumatized by this.
I want one.
He
Therapy beholder.
A beholder killed me.
And I lost my leg to one.
I'm sensing, I understand if they're not for everyone, but they are very useful, particularly if you're a scholar writing scrolls and such at night. They, their eye produces light in a little lantern, hence the name Lantern Gazer, and they can be quite friendly, but they are a little timid.
God. Oh my god. They come in colors.
It's about you.
You like magical tinkering.
Sometimes they will, if you leave like a magic, like a trinket about, they'll hang out around it, and then suddenly it won't be magical anymore. They seem to feed off of loose excess magical energy, but they also enjoy like sugar. So if you can always just feed it, and it won't eat your magic.
Hates blankets.
Oh.
It's really cute.
I see a lot of practicality in this one. How much is it?
Yeah, if you put it in your eye hole, it would look like you had an eye again.
No.
I'm just saying.
You're very obsessed with this, Claudia.
It would fit. It's only an inch. I mean, I don't want to assume anything. They are like all my other offerings. The creatures themselves are 25 gold apiece, and that applies for the gazers as well. And I have a few of those because people don't seem to want to buy them very often.
Cliff will hand over 25 gold.
Oh, okay.
You were worried about me buying something.
and he like when you give him the
remain
25
worried about
gold,
that.
he turns and he picks up like this glass case. And as he turns, he's very carefully moving it. And you see there's like 18 of these little floating eyes that are like drifting. And they like boom, 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 like bounce off the side of the glass as he turns. And he's like, all right, pick your friend.
I'll grab one of the little amber ones.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as you like pick it, it floats up out and it just stares at you.
I'll give it some head scritches and just, all right, you're coming with me.
You have chosen a lantern gazer, Cliff.
What are the varieties of coffin moths?
And can I see the brochure on the spider again?
Of course. And he passes that one back out to you. So here's the spider.
I closed my moth one.
Okay. I'll pull that one open for you as well. And then lastly, the last varietal I've got to show you is the mimics, which have always been a favorite amongst adventurers with a more practical means for the such, because they can be kind of coaxed into many different shapes. I think the most common is that of a coin purse.
Aw. OMG.
Today I am a cup.
Nap time.
This is literally what Artie uses it for. Oh my god. It's Nibbler, you guys.
Probably less violent.
Nibbler was bigger and more
Feral.
violent. Yeah.
I want to get one of the sock spiders.
Sure.
Growls at bags of holding.
Do you
Bites
sell?
tax collectors.
Do you sell like carrying cases or habitats?
I do sell habitats, yes. Pocket cubes will kind of just go wherever you put them. But everything else, yes, I have little, and he like picks up these, it's like a wooden box that has like a big opening in the front, and it has like a leather wrap around the side of it that lets it hook to like a belt or a backpack or something. And each one is about maybe like 6 inches wide and 4 inches tall. They look like they'd fit any of the creatures.
Do you have bigger ones?
I mean, you can get any animal cage you like from, a normal pet vendor, but these are the sorts that I carry because these are meant to be explorers' companions. They're meant to travel with you and go where you go. So you put them in your pack, and they just kind of ride with you wherever you're going.
Can I have one of each of the moths in 3 cages, please?
Okay. Yes, absolutely. And
I want the silver one, I want the bioluminescent one, and I want the dark one.
I hate to ask this. Are you in mourning, or is someone in
Constantly.
grief? Oh, well, then they'll be in good company. And he begins.
And she kind of side eyes Tess.
Oh
She
dear.
takes it.
He begins
Um,
arranging
I-
coffin moths.
And Velen's just gonna get the money out to get the
That's-
little one of the dustweave spider.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
he
very
seems so. This fellow, Raldo Binglehand, is very pleased to arrange you all your traveling companions. So you're getting a dustweave sock spider.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And a little how much is the little box?
The cages are 5 gold apiece.
Okay, so
that's
we'll just
easy.
make it around 3 plat.
Oh, platinum. Working with adventurers is always unusual for me. Of course. And then I do have to suggest we do have some universal feed that goes well for all of them. For the most part, I think the coffin moths are a little pickier.
Okay.
They just, if you find fungi like mushrooms and such, they prefer that over the universal feed. But everything else will eat whatever you find. And the moths will eat it. They'll just be cranky about it.
Okay. I'll get the mushrooms.
I don't have mushrooms. That's what I mean.
I'll go and get them. Is what
Okay.
I meant.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. You guys, you purchased 2 sock spiders, 3 coffin moths, and was
I only
there?
got 1 spider. Did someone else get a spider?
He got a gazer.
Oh, a gazer. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I got the amber lantern gazer.
Okay. We got a gazer, a spider, and 3 coffin moths. Was there any other companions you wished to leave with?
Yeah, I think Quill's gonna be like, oh, just a moment there. I'm thinking
Sure.
one
Take
of
your
those
time.
clingy mimics I might have space for one of those in my life.
Oh, they are excellent companions. And
Good,
he,
I'm enjoying my new companions, but it seems like they're really attached to me, and I think that might be good for me.
So mimics are a little different. If you could just step over here, and he like points you to the side of the cart, and you see like it looks like a shelf of just trinkets. And he says, "All right,
Do you trust me?
Oh, not at all. I just met you.
Okay, do you trust me enough about these creatures?
Well, sure, I'll take the chance.
All right, good enough. And he gives you a tiny little, it looks like a little grain of sand. Like a grain of sand, a grain of rice. And he says, all right, put that in your palm of your hand and just set your hand on the shelf.
Okay, Quill does it.
A few moments pass, and then a mimic that's in the shape of like an oil flask suddenly like pseudopod waddles over to your hand and then just eats the feed off of your palm, and then just sits on your hand. And Raldo says, oh, there's your winner. That's the one that's chosen you. So that's the one you get.
Quill get a little not too emotional, but just like, oh, like a connection. Like a lot of abandonment going on, so this feels nice for Quill.
They do understand common, so just, if you want it to change shape, just ask it nicely. And don't talk ill of it or the shape that it's chosen. There's a little sensitive.
All right, I'll hold it like right up to my face and say, oh, hello there, little one, and give it like a little pet and say, you just take any shape you want right now.
You hear like the strange, and then it like suddenly morphs into a very, very small, like it looks like like the wooden bit that you'd put in like a horse's mouth, and it just and that into your palm.
Oh, isn't that just odd and perfect? It's the perfect shape.
For the record, Tess
cool.
is smiling a little bit at the mimic, and her hand is kind of changing its skin texture a little bit.
Aw.
That's very cute. So a clingy mimic is what they are colloquially named. And Raldo says, so that'll be 25 gold. They are easier to feed. They'll eat whatever the hell you find. They like the feed, they like meat, they like vegetables, they like anything. So,
Tess
Quill just nod and hand it over.
Okay.
Tess is going to kind of linger near the coffin moths and kind of put a hand out testingly to see if any of them are inclined to kind of come to her in their cages.
Yeah, Tess, considering the emotional state that you're in and have been in for like the last week.
Block.
Yeah, like every moth at the cage like seems to just flutter over to the wall of their cage that's nearest you.
Oh man. Okay.
And when that happens, Araldo says, "Oh dear. Oh. I want to say my condolences, but
It's been a hard week. All right. Which one of you is coming with me?
they're all incredibly like chill and placid. They don't like they're moths.
Yeah, sure. I think she'll take the kind of classic, the one
black and
that's
white
blood-
one?
like the black and white one. Yeah. And then she's gonna say, "All right, well, Artie's gonna want one of these cubes because there could not possibly be a more Artie thing."
You see the cube,
in this
like
store.
one of them on the shelf just looks at you with its lopsided eyes, just like looking up at you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take one of them for Artie, and when Artie comes back, he'll have a companion. And in the meantime, he can clean our little coins and stuff.
Sounds perfect to me. All right, so that's a clingy mimic. That's another coffin moth. I'm gonna have to restock. I'm gonna have to send for a Golders.
Tess is gonna look at Quill to be like, should we try to like beam the message like, should we haggle? What should we do?
Quill's too busy kind of like whispering in her pocket. So that
Oh, cute.
Yeah, Vela didn't even think about haggling, as usual.
Any chance we can get a discount for bulk?
Oh,
I mean, roll me a persuasion with advantage because literally almost all of you have bought something. So he's like, okay, yeah. So roll persuasion with advantage.
Natural 20. 27.
I'll take, of course. I'll take 5 gold off the cost of each, which means really you can have this little guy for free. And he kind of nudges the little cube towards you.
Aw.
And frankly, I hate to see you all go without some feed for them, so I'm going to, and he picks up like a 3-pound sack of the feed and he sets it and he's like, that should feed them all for, a good couple of weeks until you find some other source of food.
Great. Perfect.
The only one that I might have some concern with is that gazer. He might be a little picky about what he eats. Just sugar. If you have candy or sugar about, he'll be happy with that. She'll? He'll? I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I'll drop by a bakery.
That'll do the trick. All right. Well, all of you have come away with a friend.
Gonna give this little lady one of my extra disguise kits. Sorry, not disguise kits. It's costume clothes. I have 2 sets of costume clothes for some reason.
Oh, so you're giving the sock spider some clothes for it to make a nest out of.
Hang out in. Cute.
Like the stage clothes that I no longer use. Just like gonna line her little box with them.
I love the idea that like Velen has like a little hat that she can wear that the spider can hang out in.
Yeah, it's great hat. Like a bright red fedora.
As they say where I come from, good company is the greatest treasure. And I really thank you all for stopping by. He gives you like a little bow and he says, don't forget to tell your friends about the adventurous companions. We're always looking to create more friendships on the road.
Thank you.
Let me go. I can post these fucking brochures in the chat if you guys want.
Please,
They're
please.
great. Please,
They're
do.
amazing.
Okay, hold on. Goodness gracious. Handouts, journal. There they are. And then I'm just going to put them in the channel specific chat. Okay, they're all posted. You can all peruse them at your leisure. All right, so having been, all of you have like your little traveling cages for those that are appropriate. You all have various creatures that are paying attention to what you're doing. Cliff, the gazer, is just like floating right behind you and like watching everything that's going on.
That's perfect.
It seems to, like, everywhere you look, you'll see like there's like a little yellow circle like glowing, and sometimes your shadow like appears in front of it as the gazer is being a lantern gazer and just watching. Let me go ahead and pull up the map of Crosshatch once more. That is the encounter you guys rolled on your way to the Compass Rose.
Can't wait to release all these things into our home when we get back.
Yikes. Okay. As I now have a ton more little NPCs to keep track of. Your companions are your problem. I cannot be responsible for remembering all the strange little critters and creatures you have. But if you wish to do something with them, like if you have a creative idea or something like that, let me know. We can totally work with it. All right. You make it to City Center, where there's a big crowd surrounding the large, illustrious tavern, the Compass Rose. And as you begin to head towards and approaching it, the sounds of music coming from within are unavoidable. The entire place seems to be well decorated with this blue and gold crystalline-like trim. And at a closer glance, you realize that it's like glass that's colored, and there's all sorts of almost like costume jewelry-esque things hanging from the ceiling and decorations that are a little gauche, but the whole place like has this whole air of glittering sparkliness, and it is atmospheric to say the least. Let me go ahead and pull up this thing here. Before you all head into the Compass Rose, is there anything you wish to do or say, or are we going right in?
I'm going in.
I think we're going right in.
Okay. As you head into the tavern, the festivities seem to have already begun. It is loud and raucous, and there is lots of drinks being passed about. And you do see that towards the center of this big round room that all the tables have been pushed to the side, there are people like preparing to dance, and there are musicians that are getting set up. You do recognize the woman who was originally outside the tavern in the first place, Tally Soothsinger, is in the middle of it all, and she is having like excited and energetic conversations with everyone. When you enter, she like sets eyes on you guys, and she says, "Adventurers!
That's us.
I'd know the look
It
at you
must
as soon
go.
as I see you." Some of you are awful
Tessa's-
sprightly.
Tess's eyes like shift immediately to Velen and is like Bard, like watching the Bard recognize the Bard.
Game recognized game. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely eye contact. Now, before we dive into any of the pleasantries of a pleasant meeting, I'm Tally Soothsinger. It's nice to fucking meet you. Who are you all?
We're the Wild Hearts.
Wild Hearts.
I love the
I'm
title.
Belinarite. Yeah.
Arite. Huh.
That-
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Oh, but you've heard it.
I have.
But you've heard of me.
I didn't think the Arites had such a free spirit out in Crosshatch, from what I'd seen around Fayhop.
It's been a while since I've been home. It turns out the traveling minstrel isn't necessarily the one who the family likes to.
No, they wouldn't talk
Lay,
about you, would they?
No.
That's a shame. You're the best of them.
Well, I'm
Think
inclined
so?
to agree, but thank you for that.
You can disagree if you want, but you're wrong.
Oh, I certainly not.
And the rest of you, I don't mean to just tunnel vision onto the most attractive one. The rest of you are beautiful as well. Who are you?
Dang. I'm Claudia.
Claudia? Aren't you a sweetheart?
Yes?
Sweetheart who looks like she could throw me out the window if she wanted to.
I hope I don't have to.
I hope not too. It's a pleasure to meet you too. And she sets eyes on you, Tess, and she says, "And a holy one."
Oh yeah. Turnbuckle. Tess. Nice to meet you.
A pleasure. Have you had any visions about the festival tonight? Do you have any ideas as to who might be winning? Aside from the obvious.
Not about the festival, no. I imagine if Jamino could send me a festival vision if they wanted to, I think. But maybe a different god is more likely to do that.
Probably. The fiddler's
But
the
if there's
sort
a-
that I always tie into.
If there's a stunning upset, I'm all about change. So I'm excited to see it.
A point for the wit. I like it. Though I'm pretty sure I've seen a few Tinger followers around here tonight. Don't point them out. That's a little impolite. Drop off? Is that you?
Hey, someone knows you, Cliff. He might be tucking his wife in.
He might be doing
Yeah.
something else. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, he's tucking it his way. It's cute.
And the quiet one who's trying not to be seen. Hello.
Quill Featherfoot. And
Pleasure to
Quill
meet
kind
you.
of like look around and just try and match whatever. Like if it's raucous, like Quill try and like meet that. If people are being a little more proper, Quill will try and take that. But
It's not, no. People are drinking, people are laughing, there's like shoving going on. Like it seems like a pretty rowdy tavern. It's not like a bar
Okay.
fight, but there's a lot going on.
Okay, so in response to being called the quiet one, I think Quill would do something more like Quill Featherfoot, and obviously I need to catch up with everyone. Party began before we got here.
Oh, the party's been going all day. They find out that there's a festival tonight and everyone has been drinking since the sunup. That's, you know.
Well, we need to find the bar and get caught up.
Oh, let me stop you. First round's on me. How's about that?
Oh, adventure to adventure, so generous. Will we hear you
Oh,
play tonight, or are you going to be
I-
dancing?
I will be playing and judging. Because there's no better
Oh.
way. There's no better way to judge those who are dancing than to the music you're playing yourself. Drop off, is that you?
I'm surprised anyone knows me.
I know everyone. I've
Uh,
seen your bout
and
against
the
the Mountain's
famous-
Hammer.
Oh, it's good to hear from the famous Tally Suit Singer.
She bows. The shamisen over her shoulder, like she's bowing so far, it almost like tumbles over onto the ground, and then she stands up and she says, "Of course! I'm glad to be known as well. Though they did say my
Mountain's
name."
Hammer?
Oh, aye. You not
What-
heard of that?
Who's that?
He was this big burly dwarf that everyone thought was the easy win, and Drop Off here showed him the end of his ways.
Cliff, you never told us that.
You literally learned my name an hour ago.
Drop off. Yeah, but you weren't really forthcoming with that.
Yeah, you could have told us of your glories.
He just doesn't say anything.
Not really his
Embarrassed.
style.
Oh, he doesn't handle the celebrity's life so well. That's all right. You get used to it. Or you run from it for your entire life and you never break that. It's fine.
That
Everyone
he
handles it
smiles at.
differently. Anyway, to the drinks. Follow me. And as she turns around and there's just like a throng of people and she just, she like touches her throat with a finger and then belts out, "Everyone out of the way! I need a drink!" And just the entire, like, the throng just parts as everyone like whips around as Tally Soothsinger shouts. It's clear this NPC is well known here. You all are led the way to the counter, where there is a human with black hair looking up at you all, and Tally just, when she gets to the counter, she doesn't actually like get a drink. She just gives like a gesture to the tavern keeper and then steps away and like gives a leading hand to you all. And the tavern keeper looks at you all and says, "Hello, guests of Soothsinger. What can I get you?"
What are you known for?
"Beer, ale,
Beer.
lager, things made of hops.
Any particular kind?
A black port, that's always good. Stout said, that's fairly well known, but the microbrew local is trash, so don't get that."
Okay, port. I love port. Port is great for me.
It's a porter. We don't
Oh.
actually serve port.
Also fine with me.
Sorry. A lot
No,
of the finer stuff is dry. The barrel's empty.
I'll have a tankard of whatever's on tap.
All right. One trash brew for you.
Yep.
Mhm.
And as you have just been sobered, Claudia, do you get a drink?
No, I gotta keep my wits about me.
Oh, you're drinking sober. You're dancing sober, are you?
I'm gonna fuck everyone up.
Oh,
She doesn't mean literally. She means in the competition. Right,
I'm trash
Claudia?
talking.
okay. Well, sweetheart, maybe work on the subtlety there a little bit.
Everyone here is gonna die.
Okay.
No, nope.
Of fun.
Of fun.
Be aware the guards are on call right outside, so please keep edges
We're-
put away.
Don't worry.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
What is an ambulance?
I don't.
Quill's like taking steps a little away from the group.
With a very confusing interaction. Those who want beer is served. He says the microbrew is trash, but it seems like he's trying to keep all these outsiders from buying it because it is actually really good, Velen. It's like a very pale amber ale and it goes down very smooth. Those you can get whatever you like. And as conversations are being sprung up about you, you notice that there are a lot of people that are here in a similar fashion as Claudia. They are not drinking and they are focused on the dance competition that is going to be starting in the next few
Ahead of
minutes.
the game.
What does that look like, Claudia? What does your getting ready look like?
She's stretching. Picture a ballet performer before going on stage. Just warm ups, getting. She's an acrobat part and in training.
You have a visibly metal leg.
Yeah.
So a lot of people
Maybe
are like,
she might pop it off.
okay. Not
It's in
where
the
I
way,
thought you
I'm
were
stretching.
going. Okay, sure.
You think you know where I'm going?
I think, and I'm
Swerve.
very wrong. Okay. My mistake.
Yeah.
As the atmosphere gets more and more almost like energetic and excited as things get closer to the dance competition, you suddenly hear, and Tally was like right next to you guys, and then suddenly she is up on like the stage, which to the right of you, opposite this large tavern countertop, is a raised stage where you see that there are a number of minstrels and bards that are preparing for music. Only now, it's suddenly being struck as music begins to play. And as it does, Tally calls out, "All right, everyone! Places! The first round's a free-for-all. So why don't you all get up off your feet and show me what it is you can do?" And she immediately starts playing.
Yeah.
As music begins to play throughout the tavern, everyone seems, well, everyone who's clearly out of town seems surprised by this. But everyone who's clearly local to Crosshatch, like the instant Tally started speaking at all, they all just jumped out into the dance floor. So, this is the period of the dance competition where I want you guys to just, how would your character naturally react to a suddenly kind of awkward social pressure situation where you're being told to dance to something you weren't ready for?
Fella's already dancing.
Okay.
Like she just takes her cue from Tally and just like I think there's probably when the call goes up, she's gonna do the thing where she like punctuates it with like a crowd whoop to like try to rile up the people around her, like
Sure.
like hype man.
Okay. For this, give me a performance. Okay.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Claudia.
Yeah.
Claudia's like been gassing herself up for this, like basically as soon as she heard it was going to happen. So as soon as the music starts, how does Claudia react to that? What does she do?
I
I assume she puts her leg back on.
Yes, it's back on. It has been back on for a minute. Claudia, despite being kind of a meek and shy person, generally speaking, she gained her acrobatic skill by being trained to perform, and it was rarely when she was comfortable or ready to. So I think she doesn't balk at suddenly being expected to perform. I think it's like falling back into a ritual that she is very familiar with.
Okay. So the question is, do you think this is a performance check from her, or do you think this is like something else?
It's
what
gotta be
flavor
acrobatics.
Okay. Justify that.
It's a lot of, there's dancing, and then there's like, it's one thing to show up to like a dance club and stand with a bunch of people and kind of sway to the music, and it's another to perform athletic feats that only years of training is even reasonable to expect.
Is she like getting on the tables and like banking off of stuff?
It's leaping. It's, like legs lifted in ways that like a person wouldn't be able to get out of bed the next day for, that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Sure. Roll acrobatics.
— 16.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go next?
Tess was not going to participate in this, and then she watches Velen take the stage, and she is on her feet immediately. And like she was just gonna watch, but she doesn't, not tonight. And furthermore, she's still in her changeling form, but as she kind of like turns and like weaves and sticks pretty close to Velen, her hair that is usually kind of like over shifts and changes into various colors. And so does the like uncommon glamour weave that's kind of like that's basically her shirt, and kind of like is kind of going in off colors and patterns and Jamino eyes like all over her kind of like her upper torso, and then her hair is kind of like offsetting it, and her eyes are changing too.
This sounds like a performance.
Yeah, fully, like she doesn't really lean into her changeling side, but tonight she fully is.
So as you're doing that, you actually hear like someone at the side, like, you can't change colors. That's cheating. That's using magic. And as soon as he says that, Tally up on the stage says, "There's no rules."
Ooh, good to know.
So go ahead and roll me a performance.
And Tess will look over and go, "Not to me." 13. You know what? I'm going to take advantage on this because I want her to be cool.
You're rolling an inspiration, you mean?
Yes.
You cannot
Sorry.
just take advantage like it's a bread roll at dinner.
I choose to
Yeah.
have advantage.
I choose to use inspiration. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's okay. Okay. It's a 20.
Did that not go?
No, I saw it. It's right there. Okay.
Oh, okay. 20.
All right. As the band suddenly transfers into a different song, Quill, it looked like you had a thing that you were doing.
I think as soon as the music starts, Quill downs her cup of ale and then kind of like pounds on the bar to signal that if Claudia wasn't going to have her free drink, Quill will take that one, and then is up and trying to make eye contact with just find an attractive person in the crowd to start.
Roll an
dancing with.
investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you looking for a hot guy or a hot girl?
Quill doesn't care. Quill's just looking for.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
A hot person.
Yeah. Quill's
Yeah.
yeah. Somewhere I will remember how to roll. You said what about investigation?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's still gonna be.
You rolled a 2 for a
Incredible.
24. Yeah.
God
Sure.
damn it. Reliable talent.
Yeah, you find an attractive partner. Gender doesn't matter. In this case, you find a young Eladrin man who is roughly your same height, and he's clearly having a good time. So you just hop in and start dancing with him.
Yep, that's cool.
What does your dance look like? Is it gymnastic,
yeah.
like the way Claudia's is, or is it more like trying to keep in rhythm with the song, like Velen or Tess's is?
Much more trying to Quill's trying to look like she knows what she's doing here, so it would be in rhythm with the song, and like especially like folks who look local, if there's like a dance that they seem to be doing or is more common for them, Quill's gonna be trying to kind of like mimic that and fit in.
Okay. There's a lot of high steps going on. There's a lot of like high knees and very rapid like movement across the floor. So if you're trying to copy them, but you haven't been trained on the dance, because I don't think you have courtly graces or a noble background. So in this case, give me a performance.
Oh, well, I was gonna say Quill wouldn't do anything. Like I wouldn't attempt it if it was like beyond me, right? But like I would try and be doing something to like,
Roll performance.
Okay. Oh wait, not persuasion. This P.
So sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I do want to, as we're dancing, just kind of skirt around the part of the dance floor where I'm at to touch Claudia and give her cat's grace.
Aw.
Oh, okay.
Because she clearly cares a lot about this, and
She
I'm
clearly
just like,
wants it. She wants it.
So Velen is just gonna do a quick cast. Obviously, it's never that subtle when you're casting magic and you don't have subtle spell, but yeah, enhance ability.
Tally did say there were no
Tally
rules.
said there's no rules. Go ahead and roll acrobatics again, Claudia.
Okay. I think Claudia is so in the zone, she doesn't even notice that Velen cast the spell. But she smells Velen pass by and she says, "Hi, Velen." Back into it.
With like one hand on the ground and feet straight up in the air as she's doing a crazy spin. Roll acrobatics once more.
Just one more time.
Yeah, this is your advantage.
Got it. That's better. 21.
21. Okay.
Feels a little lighter. She's like, "Oh,
Hey.
Cliff. Are you dancing?
Hello. Yeah. Well,
Hello.
it looks like the music's already playing. So yeah, Cliff's gonna grab the just pretty much the nearest person and say, "Are you ready?" And then just gonna start going in.
That's wild.
We'll start going into something where he can just toss them into the air and flip and shit.
are
Okay,
you ready?"
hold on.
What if the
Everyone's
answer's
here to
no,
dance.
Cliff?
Okay. So this
Well,
kind
we're
of
gonna
this
find out.
this slight kind of short dragonborn woman is like, "What? Oh, all right. Wow." All right. You hurl a woman. All right.
This whole thing is like hurling people's bodies for fun and profit.
That's
Why
cute.
not both? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're good at something, do it.
All right, Cliff. Oh man, how do I handle that? I don't think that's a
the DM off guard.
I don't think that's performance.
Athletics.
Athletics?
I think it's literally athletics.
How well and how accurately can he throw this woman?
Don't roll a 1, Cliff.
Throw a woman with
Hit the
style.
table. 13's not
Okay.
terrible.
13
No
is pretty
woman
good.
with style.
All right.
I'll throw
Yeah.
I'll throw my
Inspire
what's it called
that.
onto that.
You'll throw.
Fiddler.
Oh, your
Ah,
fiddler
your
boom.
boom.
Oh,
Okay.
I love love it.
I mean, if there was ever a time.
A
If
great
there was
compliment
ever a
yourself right
time,
there.
it's true. It's really true.
Oh my god, you did as well.
An 8, the fellow's with you.
All right. Okay. Over the next 10 minutes of Tally and her band playing this song, Claudia is acrobatically and gymnastically prancing across the dance floor. Velen is being a bard, barding it across the dance floor around everybody else. Tess is creating a color display matching everything that's Velen's doing. Quill and Cliff have chosen partners in very different ways. Quill dancing with one and Cliff throwing one about. The Dragonborn woman seems delighted that this is your mechanism of dance, by the way. She seems very entertained.
Throwing her across the room.
Nice pull, Cliff.
The race.
Hold on. So, by the end of the first song, everyone is like catching their breath, and Tally like claps her hands above her head and she says, "All right, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot from all of you. And we have certainly our ringleaders already out on the free-for-all of the dance floor. And I like the energy that I'm seeing. We're going to take 5, and in that meantime, all of you are going to pair up. And I want to see how you handle a couples dance. It's going to be slow and it's going to be steamy." And she retreats back into the band, and everyone in the dance floor is like, okay.
Steamy?
The Dragonborn that has just landed on her feet looks at you, Cliff, and she says, "Well, you mind?"
Sorry, what?
I just wanted to throw you. I didn't think this would mean anything.
Well, we have to do a couples dance. And, you know, we've already gotten
absolutely.
acquainted.
Be happy to do something a little slower with you this time.
Not that I don't mind. And she, like, gives you a weird, like, kind of awkward squeeze on the shoulder, because your shoulder is fucking massive. And she just kind of winks and she says, "I'm Danny, by the way."
Cliff.
Cliff! All right.
Good meeting you, Danny. Let's win this, huh?
Oh, that'll be nice. I could do with it. Everybody else. Quill, your partner, the Eladrin man, he looks at you and he says, "We could keep this going. It's a couples. Why not?"
Was he a good dancer?
No.
Quill's gonna look around.
Oh.
He was not a good dancer. He had a really hard time keeping rhythm. He rolled really poorly. He did not do well.
I feel bad for this guy.
Quill's gonna see if there's anybody else looking around.
Is a mercenary.
Or if
Do the
anybody looks like they
mercenary
were a
thing.
better dancer.
There's Velen, there's Tess, there's Claudia. It looks like Cliff has been picked up by this slight Dragonborn woman, who they are
I think it's
like.
the other way around. Cliff definitely
I
picked
think
her
he
up.
picked her up and threw her.
Come see, come
But
saw.
Nancy-
Anyway,
Anybody else who was a good dancer?
roll investigation.
Force the DM to
Quill
create yet
would be
another
very
NPC.
clinical about this choice, I think.
I love that.
The thing is, there were lots of good dancers.
That's a good roll.
Yeah,
32.
with a 32.
The best dancer in the
So
crowd.
what? Okay, so you scan the crowd really quick, like calculus numbers appearing in your head, and as you're looking at everyone throughout the crowd, you make the connection that like there are a lot of good dancers here, but they're all like part of other traveling groups. They're all like you see other clear adventuring parties that are here to blow off steam. None of them are as well kitted out as the Wild Hearts. You make that connection first. The Wild Hearts looks like the most well-equipped party that's here. But as far as dancing skill goes, the actual number of solo partners, like solo people that were dancing and don't
Sure.
have someone that they're going to, it's very few.
Okay. How kitted out is this guy?
With a
Back to him again.
with a 32, I think was your investigation. You suspect he's somewhere around level 3 or level 4.
Okay. Okay, so Quill, like, at that point, right? Quill has, like, scanned the crowd,
What
stared
do
at
you
him.
say? She's looked away.
Yeah, done another scan, and then it's like, well, sure, why not?
hey, I mean, thanks.
Oh,
Like he
she's gonna
watched
give
you
him a-
like
she's-
look around.
Yeah, yeah. She's gonna give him a wink. She's gonna be like, it's your lucky day.
I guess I'll take it then. All right. Claudia,
Oh.
Tess, and Velen. A couple's dance.
I mean, Tess and Velen have the opportunity to do the funniest thing.
Tess makes eye contact with Velen.
All right.
Oh, no.
Velen was thinking about it. Like she was thinking like she matched up with Claudia before and tried to join her in her acrobatics, and she managed okay, but Tess might be about to die tonight. Like this seems like the time to not be a dick.
Way to put too fine a finger on it. Jeez. Okay. All right. So
So they make eye contact, and Velen just sort of gives her a little up nod. Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, I think like Tess is like clearly giving Velen the like it's up to you.
So Claudia, as you see that your friends have kind of paired off,
Mhm.
do you look for a partner?
She's very meekly looking around, and she's. Is there anybody in the crowd who even looks remotely like Thomas?
Oh,
Like Thomas. Let me roll.
that's so cute.
She's
That's
having
adorable.
memories of their
mean, in
caravan
theory-
party
In theory,
and dancing with him for the first time.
Tess could look like Thomas, but that
That's true,
seems
but
like
you're already on
yeah.
It's more important for you.
So roll me a perception.
Do they smell like Thomas? Is this eyes or
No,
nose?
you do not smell
Eyes.
anyone like Thomas in here. You smell
Alright.
sweat, and you smell like
I rolled
a
pretty
weird.
okay. I rolled an 18.
Claudia, I
An
beg you,
18.
do not look at this man's worst nightmare.
Well, now I have to.
With an 18, Thomas is so. Thomas always has that just out of the campsite look. He's constantly got like the
Probably
5
smells
o'clock
like a
shadow.
fire.
He always smells like campfire. His hair is always a little like it's messy. He's always wearing practical traveling clothes or armor. No one here looks like that. Everyone here is like gussied up. Everyone here is like wearing fine dancing clothes or fine traveling equipment. And as you're looking around, you don't see anyone that's really even close. As you're looking around, what's going through your head?
I think when she realizes that no one looks like Thomas here, and then she realizes Thomas isn't here, and she doesn't even know when she's going to see him again. I think her shoulders slump a little bit, just kind of like the acknowledgement of that fact. Or less that she's disappointed that she couldn't find a stand-in for him, but more that she just misses him.
Yeah. As that thought goes through your head, you hear. That's no reason for a lady to dance alone.
Leafy's face. Mr. Tallow?
I could offer my service if you needed a partner.
You can...
What?
We can dance together?
Of course.
This is nuts.
Okay.
When you say okay, Tallow manifests. And he doesn't look like the last time you saw him in full form, which was like the flesh like scarred and burned away from his face. He looks still intimidating because that's just him. But he also looks clean, and he's wearing fine but fucking ancient clothes.
It's just old fashioned.
He kind of just, it's like you blink and he's there. There's no fine magic flourish or anything like that. It's just he appears. And as he steps up to you, he holds out a hand like to lead.
Mm-hmm. If she puts her hand out, does she feel him there?
It's weird. You feel the presence of him, but it's not like he's physically there. It's like you feel almost like it gives away, as if you could push through him if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like you're touching an illusion.
This is new.
No, it is not, though you never asked.
New to me.
That I accept.
How good of a dancer are you?
He just raises an eyebrow at you.
Probably fairly good.
At centuries of practice, I bet.
Yeah. Claudia will take his hand and allow him to lead.
We shall see if we can teach these people how the courts of Mallow handle things. And almost like, courts of Mallow? Oh, read a book, girl.
I can't read.
Again, I have the tools to provide you with that information. And as he's like, almost like chiding you for that,
Yes.
Tally says, ready or not, here we start. I hope you like your partner. And as that happens, the music begins to play, and it is a slower tune. But again, the dance party seems to just swell into it as they did before. We're gonna start from the right and go to the left because Tess and Velen, you guys, your partners are each other. So we're starting with you two. As the music swells up and it's a slow, warm waltz that starts coming in, what does it look like? How do you guys dance to this?
Yes, let's Velen lead for sure.
So we're going all Viennese waltz here. We're not really dressed for it. About halfway through the dance, which is a lot of eye contact and like hip holding and like swirling, Velen pops her wings out about halfway through the dance.
Oh,
Shit.
And
wound.
and you know, what is the grandstands with them, you know.
Uh-huh.
She's peacocking.
Right. It's very performative because she is a bard. But there's also I think there's also a recognition here that we're sort of on the verge of a precipice for Tess of making a choice that she hasn't yet made, and so the things between them, like romantically, are weird, but their friendship is really strong, and Velen cares a lot about her, and I think that that's sort of where the performance is going, even if it's not necessarily as steamy as Tally would prefer. She also definitely goes in for a dip with the wings out because it looks cool.
It would
Okay.
look so cool.
The amount of longing that is kind of radiating from Tess is maybe not the same thing as steaminess, but it's a kind of steam.
There's a heat there.
She barely breaks eye contact. And the dip makes her gasp a little bit.
Okay. This definitely sounds like it's just dripping charisma. So I need a performance roll from both of you.
When other people can't look away.
You will hear, like, when you spread the wings out, you hear Tally just go, oh, come on.
2 13s. That's gotta mean something.
Yeah, right. And I got a 13 last time, too.
And 14.
Oops, all
You're very in
13s.
sync.
Why, yes, I am burning through my inspiration on this
On
because
this dance party.
it's important.
That's fair.
Shut up, it's important.
I believe you.
Okay. Quill, you are having a slow dance with a complete stranger. He is a
But he's
little.
hot.
He's a very good-looking Eladrin. He's just not stellar at dancing, or at least he didn't appear to be with that previous dance roll. He is offering to let you lead because it is clear you are the more competent of the two. How do you dance with this guy?
I mean, again, like Quill's watching the crowd to kind of see like how the locals are dancing to see if there's things that can be copied. If not, I think I would just do something that is like, you know, from my home, so that if I'm leading, I know what I'm doing.
Sure. Okay. Roll history. Okay, you rolled a 2 for an 8. Oddly enough, in your normal circles, waltzes and ballroom dances was not a thing you really had to do a lot. It was kind of a thing that was other people's problem. So now that you're here and you're trying to bring the influences of Coda City to this dance, you find yourself drawing a blank. So you're doing a lot of mimicry, of copying the steps that you're seeing other people doing, which is okay, but it will not win you any points in originality. Roll me a performance. $21. Okay. Got it. Now, as I'm recording everybody's scores, your flat rolls, they're being weighted by your descriptions, your decisions, and the influences of others around you. So, while Quill rolled a 21 just now, the actual score is a little lower because of that history check, and etc. So I don't want you guys to get confused when I reveal the scores at the end of this, and everyone's like, why did I get that? So
It's not as straight as the roll itself.
correct. Cliff, you're dancing with this dragonborn woman who she seems to know what she's doing.
Okay.
Though she seems more like waiting for you to toss her about, even if that might not be the thing to do here. So,
Uh-oh.
how do you dance for this, Cliff? It is a slow dance. There's a waltz. There's lots of sweeping motion going on.
He's since she seems to be more accepting of that kind of thing, he's gonna do like kind of a salsa deal.
Okay.
Or try.
A flamenco, sort of.
All right. So whole lots of
Like a
shimmies and
slower-
hip swing and
Yeah.
all right.
Let's get that samba.
He's gonna try.
Okay, I like it. As soon as you start, she's like, "Oh, Western no Svidania. I like it. Okay, sure."
Get her
That's
number,
got to
by
be
the way.
performance. It's got to be a charisma fucking. It's got to. So
All right.
roll performance for me.
Oh, you gotta re-roll
Oh,
that.
no.
I refuse. I refuse.
You still gotta pose.
Absolutely not. We're spending an inspiration.
Okay.
I'll take a
Okay.
20.
So a 20. Hey, that's good. Okay.
Better. Much better.
Okay, Cliff out of nowhere, kind of impressing. She is clearly like enjoying the dance with you fervently. The high energy, even in the slower dance, you guys are moving about rapidly across the dance floor, though keeping in rhythm. Clearly, with that high performance roll, you're doing well, and she also clearly rolled well on her performance. Velen and Tess, you guys catch Cliff and this random Dragonborn woman like keeping pace with you.
Hell yeah, our party's hot.
Our party is very hot.
Out of the corner of your eyes, you see Claudia dancing with Micus Tallow, which is...
Cliff and Quill don't know who that is.
No. So Cliff and Quill, you see Claudia is dancing with a person you've never seen before, but looks so out of place and out of time. It is impossible not to register. This guy...
You speak up one second time.
He looks like a human man with like salt and pepper gray hair and beard. Really chiseled features. Looks devilishly handsome, but old. Like a silver fox kind of deal. He's wearing Victorian style finery with like pointed lapels and a high collar and a long coat that goes all the way down to his heels. As Claudia and Micus are dancing, Claudia, you're gonna roll performance, and your patron is assisting you. So you have advantage on this.
Got it. Do you want me to describe how I think they're going about it?
I do, yes.
Okay. Sleepy, I appreciate your enthusiasm. I think that during their dance, there is an intensity of like shared history between them because obviously they met under a particular set of circumstances, and there was an intensity there, and it was mistrust, and it was anger, and it was fear. And I think as they've traveled together, or Claudia has toted him around, they've kind of created a mutual understanding as they've gotten to know one another and what their motivations were and what their drives were and what their personalities were. And Tallow has shown up for Claudia in kind of pivotal, hard moments in a way that she never anticipated. And I think she's begun to rely on that or build a kind of trust that he is there when she needs him to be. And this is one of those moments. It's not life or death, but it's him appearing when she needed a partner, particularly with the way she had been feeling, was him once again stretching out a hand to help her. So I think that shows a lot in how they're dancing together. She's relying on him and leaning into it.
Okay. All right. So letting him lead is more almost you're relying on him to lead in this case.
Mm-hmm. And she's displaying a trust in that's been developing in their relationship.
Okay. I think that would be readily and immediately apparent to your allies. I don't know if that would be immediately apparent to anybody else, but those that know Claudia would see that. Roll me performance at advantage.
I might as well use an inspo since everybody else is.
Okay.
Just to make sure. Get rid of one of those. And try one more time. There it is. There it is.
A natural 20. Okay.
The dice don't do what you want, you make them.
So as well as Cliff and this stranger are dancing, and as much tension that is between Velen and Tess as is palpable, kind of cutting through the dance floor and is immediately apparent to Tess and Velen and Cliff and Claudia and Quill is Claudia dancing with her vampiric patron.
I think if you'll allow me, what really separates this dance from her first one was that she has kind of shed the rigidity of training and expectation and is more focused on the moment that she's sharing with her patron and less about who is around them and who's watching. So it's a more natural performance.
Yeah, understood. There is also an uncanny grace to what the moves that Mike Costello is pushing you into. It is clear this man has danced for literally centuries. That being said, it is only your role we're using because Mike Costello is a supernatural entity. So we're not using his charisma. So, as that happens, when the music finally slows and settles to a stop and then applause, Claudia, Micus gives you a small bow and he says, "Thank you for the dance. It reminded me of a simpler time."
Thank you for showing up.
That you can always count on, as he seems to just vanish into a small wisp of black smoke. As the dance ends, Cliff, the Dragonborn woman, Danny, is like, "Okay, that was good energy. Whew. It was supposed to be a slow dance, but that I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. You got some good spice to you, Rockman."
Dancing's no fun without a partner.
You're right about that. It takes two. For lots of other things as well. And she winks at you.
There it is.
And he'll wink back with his only eye.
She then like squints and she says, "Are you okay? Is that a spider in your head?"
Oh, jeez.
There it is. And the little trap door will open and little wave from Larry. And then close.
Oh, didn't expect that. Sorry, I hear my group's calling me. And she flees.
Good luck.
So close.
Larry's
Unfortunately,
a package deal.
You sense Cliff is incredibly used to this and have no other expectations.
Oh,
there's a spider in your head. I mean, it's kind of,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Quill, your partner did better this round. And as you finish the dance, he says, "Okay, how do you think we did? You think they like that?"
Well, I have to say, you showed quite a bit of improvement. You do have some skill on you then.
I was just nervous, all right? It's my first time doing something like this with a bunch of strangers, and you're a complete stranger, so,
Well, isn't that just absolutely adorable? Well, be nice.
I've been called such things before. Thank you.
Sure you have.
As your dance is like settling down, Tess and Velen, the inevitable awkward moment as the dance ends.
Yeah, that was
Tess will lean
Honestly.
in and kiss her cheek. And just say plainly, "I love you, you know."
I love you too. Pretty sure
Yeah.
Claudia just kicked our ass.
Oh yeah. Well, but you ensured that. That's what we wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tess gives her a little squeeze and like disentangles.
All right, everyone, the tallies are in. Haha, see what I did there? That,
You're the best one to do it.
you're right about that. That was hot. And I loved watching every moment of it. Next, as groups, we're going to get our feet up and we're going to handle the rhythms of KO.
Uh-oh.
And none of you are from... None of you might be from around here, but all of you might be from around there. So, everyone, get with your groups, get your feet up, and this will be the final round. Those of you who do the best, I'll be paying attention to each one of yous. Don't be mistaken. Every moment counts. Hit it! And as she, like, shouts that, like, the music immediately starts playing. You guys are immediately, like,
fucking river
pushed
dance.
together.
Quills from KO? Does she know what to do?
Let's watch it from KO. Let's go.
Sure, you would have re-rolled that
Quill,
history.
your Eladrin party, your Eladrin member's like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Good luck. And he runs to join his own group.
Quill is shocked that I was just dead.
I mean, I'm
the ditcher.
I mean, Velen's not from KO, but she is a bard. I'm pretty sure she knows.
Roll history.
Okay.
Roll good, because Claudia's gonna copy you. That's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
23.
20.
Yeah. KN music is all like high knees and fast feet movement and matching with the rhythm and almost creating more percussion with your feet as they hit the ground.
Yeah.
You know the steps. You haven't done it in a long time, but you know how to do it. And immediately, like, you see it's like a wave of understanding across the dance floor as some people are like, what? And then some people are like, do this. And it's like suddenly the entire room like fills with the pounding of feet in rhythm with the song. And it is electrifying. So do you take
Claudia
the lead for your
copies
group?
Velen.
Everybody, bring it in. Come here. Let's get these high feet going. Everybody stamp. Keep moving. Do not stop.
Okay.
Don't stop. Let's go.
So this part is going to require 2 rolls from each of you. The first roll being a Constitution saving throw, because this is high energy and you've been dancing for
hard.
literally an hour.
Constitution.
And this con save is going to affect how well you finish off the dance party.
Velen
Oh,
is
thank
just
God.
built for this.
This is, I mean, it's kind of her, yes. That
Okay.
is, of course, even with a natural 20, her con save is only 23, but
This is I'm a set DC I'm looking for. Oh,
this a
Quill. Quill, you're gassed. No, it's each individual person.
She's really particularly affected by being ditched by that guy.
Yeah.
I got ditched.
Who was her third
Outrage.
choice.
Also, Quill's been drinking. Quill's been drinking for
That's
a while
true.
now, so.
Give me a breather.
Okay, so Quill, Tess. Oh, Tess, you used an inspiration?
Just an inspiration.
Okay.
I have 13 of these things. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
spend them on cool shit.
Okay.
That's right.
So let's see. Everybody but Quill succeeds on the con save. Sorry,
also the
Quill.
wings have vanished by now. They're not in the way because they only last
Sure.
a minute.
Sure. Okay. Everyone roll a performance, but wait for Velen's first, because Velen's performance is going to affect all of yours.
Do I still have advantage? Are you concentrating on Cat's Grace still?
It lasts an hour.
Yes.
So is
So-
it still up?
It should
Yeah,
still be
still
up,
up.
yes.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Velen rolled a 22. All right. Claudia, roll your performance.
I'm gonna use my once daily skill boon from Dawes to add a D10 to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Amazing. 215.
I rolled 215, so 23 was Claudia's roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so
Dawes
that
is like
becomes.
minimally interested.
Actually, like as he's listening, you just hear like in the back
Oh,
of your
It's
head.
ambition to want to
Oh,
win.
I like this
Ambition.
song.
Want to win?
Yes, by all means.
Aw.
Okay, so that's all right.
Honestly,
Tess,
using
performance.
that shit as a paladin of unity.
Oh,
that
God
I'm
damn
not
it.
yet,
I will not
have-
let it be a nat 1. Absolutely not. That's much better.
Not now.
Not now.
It's so much
I wasn't
better.
going
How
to
many
burn
have you
inspiration.
used? 3?
4.
Like
Four.
4 in this one dance competition. It's amazing.
I don't usually do that, but, you know,
It's so worth it.
this is important.
This is, yeah, narratively very important.
Narratively
Quill.
important.
Roll your performance.
Okay.
You will be getting a penalty to your score because of that con save.
Oh,
You're
super
drunk,
fair.
you're tired, you're gassed,
Drunk,
it's
I got
okay.
ditched by a level 3. Yeah. Like,
Oof.
this
They
is
still
not
roll pretty
Quill's
good.
night. I'm gonna have to go chat with my little mimic later.
Cliff, roll me your performance.
Okay, that didn't even roll.
That's a 9.
It's just fun.
Okay. Let's see here. So, what does it look like as you guys are dancing together? You've seen your scores. You see how well you're dancing. You're all dancing like in a circle, basically, like looking at each other, matching Velen's pace, feet going high, and Quill is clearly like stumbling about. What does it look like?
What
Oh, hold
I
on,
mean,
hold on.
I'm-
Well, is it possible for me to give Quill guidance for this?
No,
Or is it too long of a thing?
it's like a whole song. You can't
Okay.
like it's not just an
That's
instant
fair.
check.
That's fair.
My rolls have been leading up to this too.
Yeah.
it was a culmination.
I think Tess is usually like very self-aware. And she's just not. She's the first time she was on the floor, she was like performative and her hair's going everywhere, changing everything, she's being cool. And this time she's just having fun with her friends.
Yeah.
She's just trying to keep up. Like there has never been, I think, pretty much since that first like caravan dance, a kind of pure like I am just here to have fun. But this is like the deeper version of that because she didn't really know y'all then, but she does now. And before she was having fun with like everybody else, like finding in the end, like there was like the cover in the anonymous group of strangers, and now it's just like, no, we're just doing this together and it's great and I'm having a good time.
And none of us knew you were changeling at the caravan party.
Yep.
So there's a big
And now
difference between
she's
now and
just
then.
fully a changeling and like looks like herself.
I think following a similar vein, Claudia had been so locked in for the first dance, and that got shaken up by the waltz. And I think the energy of Tess clearly just enjoying herself, and likely the rest of her friends, she's less focused on winning and more focused on having fun. But
As
she's got
this-
stamina for days. As a
Yeah,
trained
clearly.
warrior.
Yeah, you're just never running out of gas.
So, for Velen, music and magic and performance have always been tied together. And as she's here doing this kind of dance captaining this group of her friends and like trying to be encouraging to those who are maybe not managing it as well, but just like keeping the rhythm up, keeping the beat up, just keeping the energy up. The energy is huge. I think that this is really the moment. And she's not leveling up yet, so she's not doing this in a mechanical way, but I think this is really the moment that is the Oath of Unity for her.
Oh,
That's great. I like that a lot.
I love that.
And
Fuck.
and I think that's how I'm gonna justify using Dawes's boon there. I think that it's just she feels very connected to this moment and to her oath and to everything that they're doing here in this very ridiculous dance.
Yeah.
and she's just really here for it.
Okay, 1 second here. I'm doing math.
Meth.
Okay. Yeah, that's... I'm struggling with math. Hold on. Yes, okay. All right, so we have the scores in as the song winds to an end. The entire dance floor just, like all the feet, like crash on the floor at once, and everyone's just, everyone's like out of breath, and Tally says, "That was bloody amazing. 9 hells. We haven't had a festival like that in, well, at least a year. Fantastic." All right. And here are the tallies. Haha, once more. In first place, with an illustrious 60 points,
Woo.
Claudia of the Wild Hearts.
Claudia's like beaming, brimming, bouncing.
In second place, and winning the second prize of 1,000 gold pieces, Velen of the Wild Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in third place, Danny of the Red Ragers.
Yeah.
And you see the Dragonborn across the floor like, hey!
Yeah, good for
So,
Good for her.
with that being said, Tally picks up this beautiful set of studded leather. And she, like, strides off the stage and says, "Claudia, where are you? Come claim your prize."
Oh, okay.
She literally just wanted to wear the dance. She just wanted to
What
win the
is
dance
this?
contest. She had
I
no
forgot
idea
there
this
was a prize.
Of course there's a prize.
What does it
This, it's a donation from the Merigard Mercenary Academy and the Merigard Mercenary Company of Ferrum,
do? Never heard of them.
Aurelia. Oh, well, here's a
But now
pamphlet.
I have.
Oh, thank you. She added to her pamphlet pile.
She's got like 7 animal pamphlets
Pile.
on the
Yeah.
Vanguard.
Pamphlet, all right. Well, anyway, your grand prize, and donated by the company itself, is a suit of glamored studded leather. You wear this, it will protect you from most harm, and you can, at a whim, change your clothes' appearance to anything you wish.
Oh. Tess,
Yeah.
I got you something.
You're so sweet, Claudia.
Bloody
Sounds
adventurers.
good
All right. That also comes with the winning coin purse of the bets for the night, which is 2,000 gold pieces. And she shoves that in your hand as well. Velen, where are you? Oh, you're right there. Here. And
I'm right here.
And she gives you a pouch of 1,000 gold pieces.
Ow. Hi, Sif. Thank you.
Doesn't hurt, just money. Just accept. All right.
This money is
Danny!
sharp.
And you see Tally like walks off with another pouch looking for the Dragonborn.
Villain like tosses and catches the money pouch and then vanishes it into her stuff. Like, well, it's more cash.
And as that happens, while Tally is looking for Danny, you hear, "Why don't you all lads play something to dance to?" And she, like, just calls that up to the band, and they start playing another song. But the dance competition is over.
Claudia sits down.
We before Claudia sits down, can we like lift her into the air, praise her, and like?
Oh, absolutely. She's getting tossed.
Yeah,
The
toss her,
woman
please.
tosser
I do.
himself.
Can I do like is there anybody who was in the dance competition that is looking super bummed out? Like they were
I was thinking the
really
same thing.
hoping for money. Like, can I roll an insight or an investigation or something to see if I can pick up the vibe of anybody who was just like super broke?
Roll insight, yeah.
Okay. Doot, doot.
Natural
Hey.
20.
Natural 20. So
Amazing.
most people look like they just had a good time. Most people look like they were here just,
Like, they didn't
enjoying
even
themselves.
expect to win.
But you see that at one of the tables that was pressed up against the wall, there's like a group of adventurers that are sitting down. They look pretty green. They look pretty fresh. Mostly they're wearing like hand-me-down armors and stuff like that. And they kind of look a little glum as they're looking at each other. You notice amongst them is a very attractive Eladrin man who like just slumps down on the table and he's like, you can hear him as you're approaching. I'm sorry, I thought we had it. I don't know, we'll find it. Maybe we can try the cave job. And
Oh, they're gonna die.
you, with your 31 on insight, you pick up
Yeah.
they were trying to make
They
some
were trying
coin. They're in
to-
trouble.
Get okay. So Velen is not going to give them the whole stack of cash, but she is going to pull. Let's see. Just check my money. 1 second.
How generous am I
nonsense.
about to be? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. She's gonna pull out from her other pouch, the one that she already had, 50 plat. So that would be about
500 gold. Yeah,
500
okay,
500
sure. That'll
gold,
be
yeah.
about, third
So I'm
prize.
just gonna remove. Yeah. And she's gonna and she's gonna just kind of lean past him and put it down on the table, and go, "You did good. Gear up."
No shit.
There's like a lizard folk across the table looks up and says,
You guys, you won. What do you? Thanks.
We're flesh at the moment. It's not always the case, but you need this more than I do. Have a good one.
he like
And she
looks
just-
at you and he just dips his head and he says, Melisandre be with you.
And also with you.
Um, and Velen says, "Does be with you," and she kind of gives a little finger gun wink, and then she wanders off back to the others.
As you're walking back, you just hear, holy shit! So you do a good deed. You set up
Yeah.
a fresh adventuring team who are hard on their luck with 500 gold worth of platinum.
Now they can all enroll in the Marigard Academy.
Yeah.
Tess is smiling. Tess is smiling at her, like watching her do this.
Oh no, are you perceiving me? Stop perceiving.
Stop
me.
it.
she's not. She's pretending that she's not, but she has very high passive insight or passive perception.
I think Tess and Velen are both pretty familiar with each other's bullshit at this point.
Yeah,
This
right.
isn't-
You were suddenly
well-
keenly aware of a floating bright yellow eye just like staring at you.
You're being so
While-
perceived.
While
buddy.
while Velen is doing a good deed, can I make a scan for any followers of Tindra that are in here?
I'm sure they'd be recognized.
Sure. Yeah.
A lot of them have already left with willing partners.
Yeah, right. It's fine. I can go to the
Um,
temple. I was gonna go to the temple anyway.
You roll a perception check.
Sure. Nat 20. 26.
What the fuck? Yeah. There's a number of them.
Oh, these nat 20s.
This is kind of like the perfect gathering ground for followers of Tindra, and you spot a number of them. A lot of them are still out on the dance floor having a good time. For what are the purposes of your search?
Well, she wanted to talk to she had a vision about a cleric of Tindra, and that seems like it is worth a warning. So she was going to go to the temple to do this, but if there are people that are followers anyway, she'll approach one of them, but not one that's engaged on the dance floor, I think.
Yeah, you see one that's like near the countertop and has like a circlet that clearly has a very small, the half-lidded eye of Tindra on the center of it. And she looks up and says, "Hey there. That was quite a dance you had out there today." and Emily is completely lagged.
Oh, sorry. Apologies. I've come back.
Okay, welcome back. She greets you and says you danced well.
Yeah. She agrees. Yeah. Thanks. It's good when you have a willing partner, right?
Every
She
time.
winks. I have a little business and maybe a little pleasure. Business first. I am a follower of Jamino, obviously. I've had a vision about one of your clerics being chased and I think assassinated. I don't know who this person is, but they are in some pretty grave danger, and I'm not sure at what point that's going to happen. I was hoping that perhaps if I give you a description, anything like that, someone might know something.
That's terrifying.
Yes. I'm doing my best to stop it, but I need more information.
Okay. Yeah, if you can make an illusion of the person, or if you can draw
Yeah,
it,
she'll, I think we had, she had already make like a basically.
Screenshot.
Yeah, screenshot of the scry that she did. So she'll pass that over.
of the scry. Okay, she looks at
And
it and
also
says,
like the
"Oh, that's voyeuristic. I'm not one to judge."
it's like it's before as much. Yeah, I tried to do scrying on this person and he's follows Tindra, so I don't know what I expected.
Oh, they're worshiping. It's fine. You see that she looks at it intently. I don't recognize him. But the solid blocks on that robe on the floor there,
Cast aside.
that looks like the Gleaming Temple's colors. And I believe that's in Deva Major.
Well, that's where we're going anyway, so that's good to know. I appreciate it.
So you saw them getting assassinated. Can we talk about that?
I think I didn't see it all the way through. But yes. What do you know about the Gledalac? Anything?
I know some. I know what I was taught as an acolyte.
My father was a cleric of Jamino. He was assassinated, and now his soul is in a soul stone. We believe that there are 8 of them, and clerics of the Gledalac are being assassinated for some nefarious purpose.
Do you know if it's all of them? Or
I don't.
Okay.
Just the Sisto? I suspect.
Which of the
But I don't
Sisto?
know.
It's been a long time. I'm sorry. I think, yeah, I know Jamino and Tindra are Sisto, but I don't remember what that means exactly.
They're the ones that can see the thoughts of others. They have permission.
Oh, right, okay.
Sanatoth, Valkeen, Nox, and the Fiddler don't.
Okay. So, I'm Lucy, by the way. This is...
Tess.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, I'm one of the lead clerics at the temple here. You'd think I'd remember more about these studies, but it's been literally decades.
If it's not important, it's not. I didn't remember until I was, and I don't know exactly what's going on either. I can just tell you what my visions tell me, and what my scrying tells me.
Well, I will bring this to my head cleric.
Please.
And he can get word to see if there's nefarious Do you know the
Yeah.
means by assassination? What you should look out for?
For I don't. It's professionals. I think it was a poison bolt for my father. Crossbow.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know how we can go from business to pleasure like this. By the way,
So what
That's
did you
fair.
have in mind?
It's if I understand, it's kind of a mood killer, but it's important.
no, I agree. It's important. Yeah, I'm gonna go deliver that right away. Do you mind if I? And she like takes out a bit of paper, looking at your image.
Yeah, to sketch. Yeah.
She takes out her own calligrapher supplies and she starts copying the image down. She pointedly copies all the details, no matter how intimate or phallic.
Yep. I'm sending away. I don't know how much longer we're headed to David Major and probably soon. So I don't know how much longer I'll be in town, but I'll be in reach and I have a crystal if you need to have a conversation.
Okay, I have sending. The head cleric has sending. I don't think we have a communicrystal, but sending is enough, I think.
Yeah.
I'll send word as soon as I know anything, but we have to get our own messengers out about this, so
Absolutely.
odds are it might be arriving the same time you do.
Important. I mean, the most important thing is to make sure that whoever this cleric is, he's safe.
Well, this is the first any of us have heard about any sort of assassination attempt at all, so thank you for the heads up.
Absolutely.
Can I get another ale?
It's on me. It's on me.
The tavern keeper just like, all right, you heard her. Appreciate. And she basically downs it and collects her things. You are pretty sure you've just maybe ruined that woman's night, but for good cause.
Yeah. I mean, it was important. It had to get done. A man's life is in danger.
Yeah. That's what we say. As you guys, the dance competition is over, and you have gotten word out, hopefully, to the Temple of Tindra. You did speak to a leading cleric there, so that part is at least done. What's next? What do you guys do?
I assume we're not heading out tonight.
We've got ale in us. We gotta at least get a night's sleep.
Do they have rooms here?
Yeah, we have rooms.
It's an
It's a
inn?
tavern. Yeah, we got rooms upstairs.
Then rooms, please.
I hope you don't mind noise, because the dancing is going to happen for the rest of the night.
We usually sleep on the ground, so I think we'll be fine.
All right. 5 gold a room for the night.
Claudia will slap down 5 gold.
Thanks.
That's 1 room. Anybody else? Each room has 2
Yeah.
beds.
Yeah, I'll get another one.
All right. Another 5, please.
Yeah.
I think we got plenty of rooms, so if the rest of you want a night's sleep.
Yeah, Quill
Cliff will
puts
pay
5
for the
down.
third. Oh.
Okay. So, all right. So that's 15 cold down. Cliff, you said what?
Cliff was gonna pay for the third room.
Okay. So are you guys sharing rooms, or is everyone getting their own room?
Claudia got her own room.
Cliff will get his own room too. It's weird to sleep with anyone else in a room.
Okay.
It's true.
All right. So Tess, do you get your own room?
Nope.
Okay. As you guys get your rooms, each of you kind of make your way upstairs, and as you do, the music gets much, much quieter. The noises of the tavern kind of separated as you finally get some quiet time. The evening is yours. It is later. It's like 10 at night at this point, after the dance competition and drinks and all that.
Tess is gonna make sure that she hugs everybody before they dissipate to whatever dance or whatever they go to. And then she's going to slip out and find a Temple of
Uh,
Nyx.
Before before Tess goes, this is essentially gonna do nothing, but Ellen's gonna cast Bless on her,
Aw.
and she's gonna say, "Whatever path you walk."
Thanks, Velen.
Yeah.
I got your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Tess, you feel the reinforcing magic of the blessing of Dawes as you head out from the Compass Rose. Crosshatch's streets late at night are, well, different from what they were during the day. And it seems to be endlessly raining out here. It's like a constant cool drizzle. There is some comfort to that. But the streets are, the shining moonlight across the various facets of the roads as you make your way towards the Notion district. And you head towards the Temple of Nyx. You remember the directions that you were given? Okay. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Hold on.
Can Cliff have put a hunter's mark on her before she left just to make sure she gets there all right?
Aww.
Yeah, you could do that. I don't see why not.
I forget. What does that look like from Cliff? Is it like a spidery thing?
To Cliff, yeah, it looks like you're covered in web. It doesn't look like
Subtle?
anything to you, but it's like glowing web, basically.
That's so cute. I love it.
Okay. You eventually find the House Nocturne. A handsome, attractive-looking building that is quiet and discreet in its location in the Notion district. It's just off the main road, like an alley in, and then you see this fine, almost artisanal building that it's not obvious that it is a temple, but you do see there is the symbolism of Nyx hidden amongst the wrought iron framework within the windows. And as you arrive, you hear... You are certain? Or are you here for answers?
No. I am certain. No, I've made my choice, but you've gotten to know me the past couple of days. I like to do things. I like to do things with ceremony. If I'm going to do something under the eye of a god, I want to do it right.
I can respect that. I can appreciate that. By all means, welcome in.
Tess will cross the threshold.
As you enter, you are immediately embraced with the warm smell of chocolate and, fine wine and just luxuriantly tended to leathers. The whole place smells of caring about detail. And as you enter, you hear footsteps approaching, and then a human man who looks very dapper in like very fine admiral's clothes, appears and he says, "Hello.
Hello.
I've received a vision that you were on your way."
How recently?
5 minutes ago.
Okay.
I am Sanguaro Agon Metz, but you can call me Agon.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Agon. Tessellation Turnbuckle.
Pleasure is mine. I understand that you are here because you have been beckoned for a ritual of transitioning.
I have.
What's your favorite flavor of wine?
I like them deep and red. The goddess recommended some very expensive mystic dew to me tonight, and that was delicious. But I
course
don't
she did.
expect the temple to provide anything that rich.
That is a little steep for our coffers, yes, but I do have a
Anything-
fine substitute.
Yeah, anything that could be a substitute, I would appreciate.
Fantastic. Follow me. And he leads you back into the temple. And this temple doesn't look like a temple. It looks like a cigar smoking lounge. And you do see that there are,
Of course it does.
yeah, you see like lots of people like lounging about and reclining. There are lots of books all over the place, which at a glance you see lots of fiction, like novella. Like it looks recreational in here.
Okay, I gotta know, is it vampire fiction?
Interview with a Vampire on every shelf.
All vampire smut.
There's suspiciously Twilight.
You don't see. Okay, so roll me a perception as you look at some of the covers, because some of them are clearly not.
Sure. Oh, double threes. 9. She's not paying attention.
9. The book that catches your eye the most is this very thick tomb with like really, really embroidered brass embellishment in the title. And you like how gauche it is makes you think maybe that's like a vampire romance. And as you look at it, it says Tales of a Goblin Escort.
A classic.
Incredible.
Yeah, it is clearly not
A
a
classic.
vampire.
Fantastic.
And there is like an embellished like silhouette of a goblin woman that's incredibly ridiculous busty on the cover because of course there would be.
Salacious,
Uh-huh.
salacious, but not vampiric.
Not vampiric, no. And that doesn't mean there aren't, but you're a little distracted as you're heading in.
Yeah.
And there's lots of books. There's like shelves of them. And there is music coming from somewhere. You're not entirely sure where it is, but it seems to be emanating from within at some point. As you're following Agon deep into the temple, you are brought into a room that is, for lack of better words, it looks like a therapist's room. There's like a recliner with a desk and then like a broad couch. And he just gestures to the couch and he says, "Have a seat."
All right.
He sits down across from you in the recliner and he opens up like the drawer in the desk and he pulls out a tall, embellished bottle of wine that, unlike the Mystic Dew, this wine is clearly trying to look expensive. The Mystic Dew just is expensive. This wine is trying to look
Sure.
that way. But it is dark and red, and as he pours a glass, he says, "Once you have transitioned, you will be assigned a celestial handler. And I am under the understanding from my own visions that your particular circumstance is one of a deal being made with Nyx herself.
It is.
That means that your transition should be less violent than that of a typical kindred."
I appreciate that.
He hands you a glass of wine. Before the ritual begins, I must ask you, when you think of yourself from other people's perspective, who do you see?
That's an interesting question to ask a changeling and also a cleric of Jamino.
Mm-hmm. I thought it might be. We try to keep things interesting, yeah.
Do you mean physically or do you mean emotionally?
Well, physically is entirely fluid. Up to you. It can be whatever you want it to be. So, who are you emotionally? Who do people see you as when they know you?
Who am I and who people see me as are two different things. But I am, at my core, loyal. And generous to a fault. Compassionate to make myself feel better. Always wanting to be of aid to someone else. Not quick to make decisions for myself.
You are going to change. And I understand that as a cleric of Jamino, that is not something you are frightened of, but you must be aware that the changes that will be put upon you will change you in a way that makes you focus more upon yourself. Not drastically, especially not at first, but you will change as a person. Are you all right with that?
Yes. I have spent a whole week, perhaps not enough time, but the time that I've got, weighing this, thinking about it. And I think it would certainly not be easy to let the deal go and be in withdrawal, but that would be over. And then the opportunity would be passed. This won't be easy either. And I think it will be, in fact, much less easy. Spent truly my whole life running from decisions that would upend my life, letting chances pass me by so I could take care of other people instead, making the choices that are safe for me and also safe for others. This choice is none of those things. And what's more, it forces me to live from a perspective that I've judged before. And I don't see necessarily a better embracing of the principles that I've learned from Jamino than to occupy a position of somebody that I had previously not understood.
That is a good answer. I think you are ready. He stands. Make yourself comfortable. She will be with you in a moment. And he stands and he leaves the room.
Tess drinks her wine, and I don't know how long this is going to take, but I would like for her to cast ceremony for herself. A funeral rite.
Oh my god. That's so metal.
Okay. What does that look like?
Am I back? Okay.
You are back.
You're back.
I am back. I think she's in a position where she doesn't really know the area and everything. And technically, as written, funeral can only be like it's touching a corpse. So I'm leaving it to you, the DM, to kind of describe what this is actually going to do for her. But I think she's going to she's gonna take, she doesn't have her let me think. She's got we did the state change, the clava melting and everything.
Clavogado.
She has one of those She has one of those acorns that she picked up way at the beginning of the campaign that she's been holding on to, that she can't grow or plant, but is still kind of a representation of kind of life and growth, and back when she had druidcraft and can make it sprout. She can't do that anymore, but she can cause a state change in it, and it's going to be she's going to use thaumaturgy to dissolve it in her hand. And that little like crumbling that she has of that seed of life that she was so connected to at the beginning of this campaign, she's going to kind of sprinkle that around the chair in the shape of Jamino, the eyes of Jamino, and is going to bow her head and say, "You're a first god, the first of your kind. Nyx is also a first god and the first of her kind. I know I am going to learn from this, and from both of you. I accept it. Appreciate the opportunity. And I can't wait to find out what I learn."
As you cast the spell, the eyes open wider, and they almost seem to like spiral